Hey babe,
Yes.
I was just wondering, how much are you going to share this time?
Well, with this documentary, I want to share everything. I want to let them know everything, the truth.
I can't take no more of what you're saying. I can't take no more of you, girl. You keep telling me that you believe, girl. All I see from you is the same. Open your eyes, you will see something soon. What you're doing to me, I feel inside. You will see everything that you're doing to me. You're breaking my heart, making me cry. Tell me why. Can't you see you're breaking my heart? You're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart, making me cry. Tell me why. Can't you see you're breaking my heart? You're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart, making me cry. Making me cry. Tell me why. Can't you see you're breaking my heart? I just can't believe when you say everything that comes out is a lie. There is nothing left for us to see, girl. I still love you, baby. Goodbye. Open your eyes, you will see someday soon what you're doing to me. I feel inside, you will see that you're doing to me.
When I released my life as a Michael Jackson tribute artist 10 years ago, I was contractually obligated not to say anything negative about the tribute artist business. But now I'm not under that contract, and I'm going to choose to tell you all the truth. So let's get started. Let's go back to 1984. I was living in Sacramento, California on Janerick Avenue, and Michael Jackson mania was in full effect. I entered a Michael Jackson look-alike contest that was being held at the Florin Mall in Sacramento, California. Now keep in mind, I was just 12 years old, and I was competing with the two top Michael Jackson lookalikes in Sacramento at the time. And I was extremely nervous. I mean, I was just a 12-year-old little Puerto Rican kid from Hawaii. Now I'm competing against these top Michael Jackson impersonators. Wow, I was so nervous, man. These two guys I'm talking about, their names is Derek Clark and Lloyd Lee. Anybody from my neighborhood back in Sacramento, you guys know who I'm talking about. Although I did not win that day, Lloyd Lee was the winner. But my real award was when Mike Pinka, who is Lloyd Lee's manager at the time, approached me and offered me an opportunity to work for Mike Pinka Productions. Lloyd also offered my mother to pay her for my services to teach him how to dance like Michael Jackson. I was like, a few hours ago, I was all nervous to compete against these two top Michael Jackson's lookalikes, and now, not to sound conceited or anything, but they were so impressed with my dancing, they're offering to pay me to teach them how to dance like Michael Jackson. But wait, I know what you're thinking. How did I ever get started dancing like Michael Jackson? We would have to go back 1 year to 1983. I was still in elementary school when Motown 25 aired. And I was going to Freeport Elementary School in Sacramento, California. And I was kind of a quiet, stay to myself kind of student.
Yeah, David was a cool dude in elementary school. He was energetic and kind of shy around the dudes, but not so shy around the girls. I think that was because he wasn't all that interested in what the dudes are doing, playing sports and things like that. You know, come to think about it, other than kickball, I don't think I've ever seen him play a sport. Now you gotta think, I'm gonna take you back. This was a 12-year-old kid that mimicked MJ's dancing routines, all from recording on a VHS. So I would watch him stay up all night, rewinding and rehearsing 10 seconds worth of tape. And he would rehearse that 10 seconds over and over again until he perfected it. Then he would move on to the next 10 seconds and repeat the process. Once he felt like he had a pretty good gist of it, he would pull out the cassette tape, play the song, and in front of the mirror, repeat the process over again. 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, until he got through the whole song. All this was before there were any talent shows to rehearse for.
So what my mom, I don't think I've ever told my mom this or told anyone besides my wife, Haley, that I would, at this time, after watching Motown 25 and studying the moves, but what I would do, because we couldn't afford a VCR, and the only person I knew that had a VCR that taped Motown 25 was my mom's friend Jackie, who lived across the street from us on Generic Avenue. I would sneak over there during school hours. I would pretend I was going to school, and when nobody was watching, I knew that Jackie, the neighbor, she would leave the back sliding door open for her kids when they came home from school. They could get in because she wasn't home yet from work. But I would sneak over there during school hours and watch Billie Jean from the Motown 25th anniversary on VHS and rewind it. And she had slow motion on there, and I would just watch and watch and watch and rehearse while I was supposed to be in school. Mama, please don't give me a spanking now. I'm 50 years old. But that's how I would study. And one day, Jackie's boyfriend that she was seeing, I remember his name too, was Hubba, like Hubba Bubba, the bubble gum. I heard his truck pull in, and I just turned everything off and ran out the sliding door, but I left the VCR on, and I think he knew I was there, but he never told my mom. But I just wanted to tell that story of how I would sneak and watch Michael Jackson perform, the greatest entertainer of all time. Watch him, the master, move, and I wanted to move just like that. So now, I'm in fifth or sixth grade, still going to elementary school, of course, Freeport Elementary School. And now there's a talent show coming up. So I am too shy, really. I said I want to do it, but I said I'm not going to do it because